Becca here from Inside the Square. In this tutorial, I'd like to talk to you about a really cool code trick that you can use to adjust how your Squarespace website shows up on mobile only. So Squarespace is built to be responsive right out of the gate. It's one of my favorite things about the platform. It means that Squarespace will automatically resize and shift your content around so it looks great no matter what screen size you're using to look at your website. However, sometimes when it changes things responsively, it doesn't exactly look the way that I want it to. Sometimes things will get stacked when I wanted them to be next to each other, or fonts will be way too big or way too small. Another great example, when my banner image looks fabulous on desktop and terrible on mobile. So what we can do is use what the pros call a media query. Now with this media query, we can basically say, hey browser, when the screen size is smaller than this certain number here, go ahead and apply this CSS code instead of what you would normally do. Or we can say, hey browser, when the screen is larger than this size here, I want you to use this code instead of the other one that you have. So using these media queries, we can specify mobile, tablet, desktop, all of that magic. And I'm gonna give you a real life example of how this works. So let's hop into my demo site and take a look. Now, instead of my normal demo site, what we're actually looking at here is the homepage of the redesigned InsideTheSquare.co. Super excited about that. But I have this banner image of myself looking like a total boss in that blazer right there, and then some text on the left-hand side that says what I do. Now, this looks great on desktop. This is exactly how I want it to look. But if we click this button here and check out this mobile preview, it's a wall and a floor, and that's just weird. That has nothing to do with what I'm trying to talk to people about on my website, so I definitely want to change that up. Now, the first thought that goes through my mind is, okay, let me fix the focal point on that banner image. Let me show you exactly what I mean. If I select Edit, and then I go to edit this background. Now this feature is true for all images in Squarespace. Any image you upload, you'll see that small white circle right there. That is the focal point. So if I scoot this over so that it's kind of closer to me in that image, I'll go ahead and exit that and look at the mobile. You'll see that that focal point has scooted over and now I'm still visible here on the site. However, this also looks terrible. Now the text is on top of my laptop and my outfit, which is also dark, and it's just not readable. So I decided, all right, let's replace this thing with a solid color. So using a media query, I can now tell Squarespace I only want this solid color on the mobile device so that we can still see this banner in desktop view. I'm gonna hop into the custom CSS section so we can add this code and you can see what that looks like. I'm gonna hop over here to design, and then scroll down to custom CSS. Now this is where I'm gonna paste the code. Really quickly, I wanna mention that yes, I went ahead and wrote these down for you to get a copy of these media queries that you can use for mobile, tablet, or desktop for either 7 or 7.1. Yep, all the things. Head on over to InsideTheSquare.co/mobile. That's InsideTheSquare.co/mobile to get your hands on the cheat sheet for free that has all of these media queries in there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is place the media query right here. And what this media query says is when the screen has a maximum width of 640, so anything smaller than 640 is going to get this code that I'm about to type. So I'll put in an open bracket saying, all right, anything between these brackets is going to apply to that screen size. So then I'm going to say section background overlay. Yeah, we're getting tricky here. I'm gonna add another open bracket and say opacity 1 important. That important, make sure my browser prioritizes this code over anything else it reads. All right, so I've got my closed brackets there and I'll select save. Let's take a look. Nothing has happened to my site, but then we'll click on that mobile version and now my section background shows up in 100% opacity, meaning it's totally solid color and you can't see anything behind it, eliminating that issue with the image. How cool is that? So now in the desktop view, I can see that awesome photo of me in the blazer where everything makes sense, looks cool, and then we go to mobile and it's all gone. So it also says right there, hey, I'm Becca, and obviously you can't see my photo, so if I want to remove that, right here in between those brackets for that media query, I can also add the code that says H1 font size 0 important. Oops, except I spelled size incorrectly. There we go. Font size 0, important. And that will make that headline go away. So again, you can make all kinds of cool code changes just to the mobile version of your site using a media query. And I have written all of these down for you. That's at insidethesquare.co/mobile. And while you're there, be sure to check out the rest of my site. I put a lot of work into my redesign, organizing my tutorials and guides, and I have so many free cheat sheets to share with you. So all kinds of cool content there. Head on over to insidethesquare.co to check it out. And that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something awesome. And most importantly, have fun with your Squarespace website. Bye for now.